Hey guys, what's up? Drastically here back again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to analyze my round 4 game against Mr. SR, who is an FM and is rated 2300. And he actually managed to trick me into an opening I'm not familiar with knight f3, knight f6, c4, c5, knight c3, knight c6. And here I was expecting like I'll show you what I was expecting. G3. I was expecting like g3, g6 here, castles, and like d4, and we'd get into some sort of position like that. But he played d4 immediately, and he took, and here the main move is e6, but I'm not really familiar with that stuff, so I played g6, hoping that he'd still maybe go for this stuff and we'd kind of transpose, but he played e4, and I played d6, and after bishop e2, bishop g7, we're in a dragon. And yeah, this was kind of unfavorable dragon because I didn't really have a chance to get out of the Maroczy bind or get any counterplay from the Maroczy bind, and Maroczy bind is known to just be sort of better for white, as it's just the clamp on the space. The weaknesses I have on these light squares are pretty eminent, and I can never really play d5. So yeah, he played bishop e3, I castled. This is all mainline stuff. This has been played 4,000 times. Castles, and I played bishop d7. And I have to admit, I'm not very familiar with the dragon at all. I know how to play against the dragon, but I don't know what the dragon plays. So I played the first 9 moves I played were all theory apparently, and after queen d2, the main move is knight x d4, bishop x d4 here. Sorry about that. But the idea is that because you're down on space, because let's see, white has more space than you, right? Because he has all these key squares being controlled. He has all these squares being controlled in the center. So white has more central control. You want to trade pieces so that he has less central control, because the less pieces that are on the board, the less his central control will matter. So you'd play bishop c6, they'd play f3, and now they no longer have ideas of it. Oh, excuse me. f4. And here you'd play a5 and b3, and you'd do some other stuff like trade this bishop for this one. And we'd have around plus 0.9 position for white, plus 1. Like, white's always better because they just have more space and better pieces, but I could still fight there. My move was just absolutely terrible. Rook c8 is a horrible move. It just doesn't do anything at all. My rook would rather be on a8, actually, like pushing this pawn. So I thought rook c8 just made sense because I'm putting my rook on a semi-open file, but it just absolutely makes no sense at all. So he played f3. And now I play a5, and it just makes a lot less sense with the pawn not going to come to a4 because it won't be defended by a rook, so he could just take it. He played knight to e5. I created a hole by playing a7. I created a hole on b5. So he took it, and he no longer allows the exchange here, which I should have played last turn as well. So I played knight e5. He played b3, just defending his pawn. And here I played another absolutely terrible move. I played rook e8. I thought he might want to do this, and then in that case I could go here, and my rook wouldn't be taken. But in actuality, my bishop here is actually horrible because it's being blocked by 2 knights, and this knight actually might have wanted to come here and here, possibly. Not now because the bishop would come there, but in the future that could have been a plan. While he'll never play this because that will help me, and this rook was honestly just better placed on f8. So rook e8 was again just a bad move. My rook's not doing anything on e8. He played rook ac1, just activating his rook. I took on b5, he took on b5, and I played knight fd7. And if you look at the sidebar, this is already plus 2.5, so it's looking pretty hopeless. He has the bishop pair, even though one of his bishops is really bad. If this bishop was like here, this position is probably like plus 4 or something like that. Here he played f4, kicking away my knight. I went back to c6, and here I thought, I got my knights out of these squares, my bishop is open, so maybe I have some compensation, but I really, really don't. It's plus 2.5. But my knights are doing quite a nice job on the dark squares, I'd have to say. He played rook fd8. So here he's starting oh, not e6. He's starting, oh, not e6. He's starting e5, and if I take, he'll take here, and I only have one defender. And if I don't take, he's just going to double take here. So I play knight f6 so that if he plays e5, I can just double take on e5. So he played bishop f3, just solidifying his pawn because it was also being attacked by the knight. Wait 1 second. Oh yeah, my knight left the attack, so I played a4 here trying to create some sort of counterplay. He played b4, and here I just admitted that my rook c8 move was just an absolutely terrible move, and I just went back. So I had to go here and back, so I wasted 2 moves. And I wasted 3 moves. And it's +3 here, so I wasted 3 moves in a dragon, so obviously I'm going to be punished. He played a3, just stopping counterplay. The engine thinks c5 is better. c5 looks pretty natural to me too. But he just didn't want to allow counterplay. Here I played queen c8. My idea is to get a knight to g4. And, oh, knight to g4. And then maybe play like a f5 and break in the center. Or something like that. But he just didn't allow it. And here I thought he might want to play g4, so I stopped g4 for the moment. He played queen f2, which don't really understand the purpose of. Maybe it was to play here, but he ended up. He has unlimited time here because I can't really do anything but shuffle my pieces on the back rank. Like here, probably I should play rook d8 or something like that. Or rook f8 even, because my rook's just horrible here. I played knight d7, yeah. I didn't know really what to do. And I kind of wanted to stop any bishop b6 threats he might have. He played g4, and I just went back, so I admitted that my move was useless. He played queen e2, defending his pawn on g4. I took, and here's my last chance to get any sort of play. I had to move yeah, I had to move g5 here, which I didn't spot during the game. But the important note is that if he takes, then maybe I'm getting into these key squares now without his pawn there, and it's kind of hard to make progress on the king side because this bishop is doing a really good job, and this knight is making sure no piece can come here. So he'd probably have to. It's still +3 here, but when we analyze in the game, we didn't think it was a lot better than what I did in the actual game. I just kind of gave up here. I played king h7, which just loses immediately after g5, knight d7. I might have had some thoughts of if he plays here, then I can go back and play here. That was probably my idea, but I didn't realize you could just do this right away. I just went back in here. Here, black is completely losing because just a number of moves. He can play f5, he can play e5, probably. He can basically play anything and he's winning, but he played in my opinion, the best one. King g2 with the idea just to go here. I played f6 trying to create some squares for my king. He played bishop g4 with a threat to play here, and I played fx g6, which is now +15 after bishop here. But actually, on fx g5, I resigned the game because I just realized that I have nothing to do to stop this. Oh, not that, but this. And I was just kind of hopeless there because there's really nothing I can do to stop this. So if you didn't see the idea, it's check here, here, and then taking here. And a rook on f8 is going to be mate. And here I should play knight f6, just giving up a piece, or knight here, just also giving up a piece because he would, oh no, it doesn't give up a piece. So I guess maybe here, and then after rook f8, knight f6. Oh yeah, and I just lose my queen as well. So yeah, there was no point in playing playing this position on, and so I resigned. So I guess the lesson learned here is that just don't be tricked into openings you don't know. Like G6 here, don't trust yourself always, because I think I trusted myself of my knowledge a little too much in the dragon. Like, I managed to play up to move 9 pretty perfectly, and then on move 10 I just played a horrible move. And then I played another horrible move. And then another horrible move this one. And then, yeah, another thing to note was I just moved my knight back and forth in this game, like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. But that's the end of today's video, guys. If you liked the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And in my next round, I'll be playing against Mr. Let me just see here. In the next round, I'll play against Mr. MC, who's rated 1650. And I have 2.5 out of 4 right now because this is my first loss of the tournament. But that's the end of today's video, guys. Bye!